Hello, I'm Alex Amies. I'm going to demonstrate the NTI Reader Chrome extension. If you have any questions about it, you can contact me at alex@ntireader.org. The NTI Reader Chrome extension is a Chinese-English Buddhist dictionary. It's indexed by both simplified and traditional Chinese, and you can also look up by Hanyu Pinyin. It includes a base Chinese-English dictionary, as well as Buddhist terms, with many literary Chinese and modern Chinese terms. You can do multiple term lookup to save you going back and forth between text and dictionary. And you can also do reverse lookup by English terms. Common Buddhist terms can be found by Sanskrit, Pali, Japanese, and Tibetan equivalents. It's a multi-dictionary framework, so you can see entries from both the NTI Reader and the Fogongshan Humanistic Buddhism Glossary. It's like the NTIReader.org website, but it can be installed as a Chrome extension. This can help you stay within the flow of a Chinese document, avoiding the need to switch back and forth between pages. You might like to try it out on websites like the University of Oslo's multilingual corpus. For example, the Ashtarika, Prajnaparamita, Perfection of Wisdom in 8,000 lines text. It might also be useful on cbeta.org website, the University of Tokyo's SAT online version of the Taisho Tripitaka, Venerable Master Xingyun's collected writings at masterxingyun.org, or the Fogongshan Dictionary of Buddhism, which is a Chinese monolingual Buddhist dictionary. To install the extension in Chrome, go to Extensions, Manage Extensions, open the Chrome Web Store, search for NTI Reader and install. The extension package includes a dictionary. It takes about 2 seconds to build a Chinese index, about maybe 3 to 4 seconds to load and initialize all the indexes, including multilingual lookup. You can use it by selecting text on a page, right-clicking, and selecting Lookup with NTI Reader. That's what it looks like. Here we see the context menu, we see the selected text, and then we see the menu item, Lookup with Chinese Reader. When you click on that, you'll see a dialog pop up that looks like this. Here's reverse lookup in English. I've selected the term meditation on this web page, and it shows the Chinese equivalents in the dialog, Dazuo, Ding, Chanxiu, etc. Here's the University of Oslo's multilingual corpus. And I've looked up the term based on English, subhuti, and it will lowercase the word for the lookup. And then you can see the dialog here with the Chinese term subhuti, which matches the Chinese text there, and the red shows the Sanskrit, the green shows the Tibetan. And here I've looked up by Sanskrit, which includes, this is for Shariputra, and includes the Shariputra's name, has diacritics above several of the characters there. And Tibetan here, which is also Subhuti's name, and it normalizes for the Unicode version of the apostrophe there to the regular apostrophe. Let's have a look at it. You can also bring it up in its own page, which can be useful for, instead of selecting text on a page, you can enter the text to look up. Let's have a look. Here we are at the in the Chrome extensions, but you get to this by selecting the jigsaw icon, going to Manage Extensions. It'll bring up this page. Go to here, the hamburger menu, and click on Open Chrome Web Store, and you'll get to the Chrome Web Store here. And when you've done that, then it'll appear like this in the Manage Extensions, and you also see the extension here, NTI Reader Buddhist Dictionary. Let's have a look at it. This is the University of Oslo's website for multilingual corpus, and here we have the first section. Let me scroll to the top here. The first section of the Ashtarika, Prajnaparamita, which is the Perfection of Wisdom in 8,000 lines. There's several versions and we can see what they are by just scrolling a bit down here past the prefaces. Here we have the Sanskrit version on the very left. Tibetan is next, Gandhari, another one, Lokashima, which is one version of it. There's multiple Chinese versions in the canon. Lokashima, Jutian, and Kumarajiva. And then finally we have Conzi's translation into English, which is based on the Sanskrit. So if we select something here, let's try, scroll down a little bit more. We can see the start of the text, Wu Shi Wo Wen, Das I've heard, and here we have 20 for Gao Xu Puti, and there we have the Chinese from Kumarajiva's translation. We can click up here. We'll see the menu, Lookup with NTI Reader. Click it. First time you click it, it may take a little bit longer actually, but there it is. And Suputi, and there is the entry in the NTI Reader. Close the dialog. Let's try the same thing in English. Click on the Suputi from the Conzi's text, Look Up with NTI Reader, and then we see it again, Suputi. Notice that the Sanskrit term here has some diacritics above it, and the Pali has that too. Now the Tibetan is here. Let's try the Sanskrit next. If we go to the left-hand column, we have Sanskrit, and notice that Sanskrit word morphology can be a bit tricky. There's many different cases in Sanskrit. In this case, it has an M with the dot underneath it. That is a nominal form. The versions of Sanskrit in the NTI Reader are usually the root versions. They have the M eliminated. So let's close that, and let's try clicking on that. And it can also take a little bit longer the first time you try on a term, although if it doesn't come up fast enough, let's try it again. There it is. And there is the same entry actually, but it finds multiple because there's multiple ways of writing Subodhi in Chinese. That is the and there's also the ones from the HB Reader. Let's try in Tibetan, and that is Subodhi's name in Tibetan, which actually maps to the perhaps the Shanye in the Zheqian version. And there we have it, Subodhi in Tibetan Lookup. Let's go on to some tips here. So it's pretty new. There may be bugs. There's still a bug on it. Sometimes when it gets the one challenge is it gets put to sleep by Chrome when it's not being used. So it has to wake up again and it has to reinitialize. And there's some cases where it doesn't reinitialize correctly. Just try looking it up again or reloading the page. It should work. There's a page on it, and it's an open source project. And there's a page I've added on there that gives details about it with useful links to the how to install the extension at the Chrome store and this video. And developers are welcome to download all the source code and play around with it yourself. And if you have problems, you can send me an email or log a bug on the site there. Thank you.